Humble pranams at holy feet of the Divine Master, and good evening to all my brothers and sisters. Okay, most of the Abhyasis in our mission complain that they have no time to do sadhana or meditation, cleaning, attending satsang, and taking sittings from the preceptor. We acknowledge their genuine excuses. Okay, look, if you can't do sadhana regularly, at least please practice constant remembrance of the Divine Master in all your daily activities. Okay. Each and every Abhyasi can practice constant remembrance regularly. There's no doubt about that. Regularly. And there is no lame excuse for that. So any Abhyasi can practice constant remembrance. There is no limit for that. And there is no time for that. You have to constantly remember the great master in all and every activity, whatever you are doing, dawn to dusk. Okay? You have to practice and make it a habit. Then it will become your second nature. Then let us see. Okay? Then the question comes, what is the result of the constant remembrance? That is a question, isn't it? And so for that, once an Abhyasi, senior Abhyasi, asked Lalaji Maharaj, Lalaji Sahib, how to develop infinite love for the master. How to develop infinite love for the master. Lalaji Maharaj simply answered, through constant remembrance. That's all. You see how simple it is. So constant remembrance has the greatest power. It is a weapon for any individual, any Abhyasi, to love the master infinitely. That is what we want. We are doing all this practice for what? To love the master. That is what we want. But through constant remembrance, regularly, even leaving even a minute in all our doings, activities, we have to practice constant remembrance. That is enough. Other things will take place when you get the time. Then those things you can attend. Okay. So constant remembrance is the greatest weapon or a key to open the locks of the divine door. Okay. Now let me read what Babuji Maharaj is telling about the practice. Okay. Babuji said, we must never be disappointed of the divine grace. God is the supreme master, and his will must be carried out in every aspect. We should think ourselves to be bankrupt and remain ever busy with the worship and devotion, not minding the interruptions and disturbances that happen to come in our way. We should never be disheartened, thinking that our puja cannot be carried on regularly on account of inner disturbances, which I put down as the barking dogs. The dogs will never stop barking even though you give them a good thrashing. Let the dogs bark, but the elephant goes on. Okay, paying no heed to them. If possible, you may better train the dogs so that they may not bark to disturb you in your puja. But for that, you have to adopt proper means to mend their irregular habits. If you apply physical force to stop their barking, there is danger of their becoming violent and offensive. Therefore, it is better to show them that their barking shall not be a disturbance to you. When it comes up to this, their barking will eventually subside. Besides, if we had taken care of it before, their barking might never have come to effect at all. Okay? In short, we have only to train them so that they might themselves, okay, come up to proper regulation and discipline. The only way for that would be to raise ourselves up to the level where they may also begin to take the effect of our inner state of mind. Okay. That means spiritual elevation up to the level at which even animals may begin to take in the effect. This is the actual purpose served in the long run. This is the actual purpose served in the long run by the practice of meditation. Barking of dogs refer to the unregulated activities of the mind. Okay. And the indriyas, senses. Indriyas. This is the actual purpose. That is, barking of dogs refers to the unregulated activities of the mind and the senses, which can easily be set right by meditation and constant remembrance. Remembrance. That's all. That is what Babuji Maharaj told. So, please read once again the divine message of Babuji Maharaj and try to understand it and assimilate it and put it in practice. Only then, whatever the divine messages we receive from our masters, that will be useful to us. These divine messages are the experience of the master. They are not telling a story or an anecdote or preaching something prophecy, not like that. They are telling their own experience. And that will be helpful to us. Our onward march towards infinity. Therefore, we must somehow digest, listen carefully, recapitulate, and then digest. This is the way how we have to proceed in spirituality. Okay, that's all today. I take leave from you. Have a divine day. We'll meet again by the will of the great master. Till then, I take leave. Om Shanti.